YouTube? It's your boy back again with another in video. You feel me today? You know what I'm saying? Laker fan. If you don't know, he's an inside big man. He's like one of the best. You know what I'm saying? I just seen this like 3 minutes ago from a TV right now. Yeah, it was 3 minutes. 3 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte. These are the mistakes you want to avoid making. 2K25. We just seen the city. It looked good. Hopefully everything runs smoothly when we actually get in there. We not running miles and miles and miles. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully. You know what I'm saying? 2K is actually good this year. The only thing we really playing on is that the gameplay is solid. You know what I'm saying? Fun, repeat. Yeah, what I mean. And now let's get to this video. Mistakes to avoid when making your build in 2K25. Come on.
As you can spot title today's video, we're here to discuss mistakes to avoid when making builds in NBA 2K25. So this is gonna be very straightforward. We're gonna get straight into this. I hope y'all enjoy, and if you do, feel free to drop a like, something new to notice, all good stuff. And like always, try to want 5,000 like this early content. So the first bullet point we have right here is don't forget vert requirements for contact dunks. It's a very straightforward one, but just to show you, we got them right here. And for that matter, I suppose what could also go into this video right here is to also talk about don't forget the driving dunk requirements for contact dunks. So like on the Anthony Edwards video that I did, it had 80 vertical and 93 dunk, and that would be perfect. But there might be some people out there that forget you can get small contact dunk packages on a build like that that's at 6'4", and you would be missing out on that if you had like a 78 vertical or something like that. So just keep that in mind for every build that you make, and obviously especially for the ones that you're having high standing or driving dunk on. And with the standing dunk, right, I don't think the vertical.
Yeah, with my build, I'm thinking about going with that pro. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go 80 vert, 93, not to get the no, I'm not going for elite contacts. But what I am going for is that gold post.
Really worry about too much. If you have a build that doesn't have 70 vertical and you have 90 standing dunk, it might be a very crazy, super tall, heavy build, honestly. And I'm just saying, you should probably luck your way into just having 70 vertical.
Y'all hear this?
On most of the bigs that you have with 90 standing dunk. But yeah, besides that, I mean, like I said, just a lot of things to look out for is like that 87 driving dunk with 75 vert and then 89 with 78. I'm sure most of you guys probably won't, deal with stuff like this too much, except for maybe the small contacts. Maybe some of you want to make a slasher that's 6'4" or below, like that Anthony Edwards stuff. But
yeah.
Moving along to the next one. We have min-maxing your build's wingspan to reach certain ratings may come back to bite you with cap breakers, so just be mindful. So let me explain this one a little bit further. Okay, so my example, and it's gonna not exactly be a full 100% correlation, but just trying to understand this, right? So because there's some gray bar left on this steel rating and my maximum can be a 99, if I were to leave steel and primd as 96 on this build, and honestly, it's actually pretty solid ratings to be at, if you were to leave those gray bars behind it, you can eventually use cap breakers to get those additional ratings like 97, 98, and then 99. And you can use up to 5 of them per attribute category. There's a total of 15 throughout the whole course of the year. Let's be real, they're going to be pretty hard to attain. I'm sure not everybody's going to get 15. I'm sure not everybody.
They say everybody's getting the first one, but the second one, I know I'm going to for sure. I know I'm going to for sure get that second one. The second one. So I'm going to have 10 plus 10 on my build. So I gotta look towards that. Now the last one, shit ain't coming, G. Unless this game really like that, I'm getting all 3 of them. If the game not really like that, I'm definitely getting 2 of them. Yeah.
But you get 10. You might just end up at like 5 or 6. And in which case, if you have 5 or 6 in this build right here, it'd be perfect because you can use 6 cap breaker points to be able to get primd from 96 to 99 and then steel from 96 to 99. So I don't know if I'm spoiling a build right here that I still have yet to post. I'll probably post this video like later in the day, but the first day. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's just explain and use this build as an example. So the 5'9" with 99,
you got a 99 mid free throw.
6'1" wingspan. Now, if you were to go up to a 6'2" wingspan, you would no longer be able to get 99 3-pointer, right? Because your build kind of exceeds that limit. Now, let's say you wanted to make a build that got 94 3-pointer, okay? And you want to min-max your wingspan to allow you to get 94 3-pointer, but have the longest wingspan possible to get 94. The problem is the game's meta could switch up on you where something higher than 94 3-pointer becomes the meta per se, right? Or really important, or you come to find out something you didn't know when you were making the build. So I know it's probably somewhat hard for some people to follow along with, but just try and stay with me here because it's very important to know. So if I, on this 5'9" with a 6'1" wingspan, were to go 94 3-pointer instead anyway, but still have a 6'1" wingspan, which would mean I can eventually get a 99 3-pointer with those cap breakers.
Right.
It would allow me an opportunity to fix the build anywhere between that 94 to 99 3-pointer. So if something in between 94 to 99 became really important.
But then, hold on. But then you also got to think of, you only get 15. Is you finna eat up the whole 5 for 1 3? Or is he finna spread them out? You know what I'm saying? Because how I'm thinking about my build, I'm thinking like go on, because like certain, you need certain attributes, certain badges. So weapon, I'm just like leaving one or two off. You know what I'm saying? I leave them 1 or 2 off so I can get the cap breakers and then get more badges. Because like with this, look at his perimeter D, 92. You get like a couple of gold ones, and I think you get like a Hall of Fame off-ball pass. I think you get that. So like, say you go to 91 or 90, you use 2 cap breakers. Now that's only 2 cap breakers. You know what I'm saying? Bump it up to get them gold badges. Or say like you want gold posterizer, you go like 90. Let's say you go 90. You use, damn, that's 3 though. So you can use 2 5. Well, he ain't got no dunk on this build, but 2 5. So you just used all your cap breakers on 2 attributes, which is making your build better.
Add cap breaker points I could use them on that right there. Not to mention anything in the high 90s is going to just be a valuable thing to use your cap breakers on in the first place, because obviously they become more expensive in the builder, just period. So it's definitely a good idea.
That's exactly what I'm just talking about.
The long game, to make sure you don't min-max your wingspan to the point where, like I was saying, if you want 94 3-pointer, maybe still just give yourself a little bit of buffer room with your wingspan. You know, I know, like, you probably want to make the most perfect build possible. You want to have a 6'4" wingspan instead of a 6'1", because you can have that while having 94 3-pointer. But you could just make a 6'1" wingspan anyway and make that the 94 3-pointer, and then boom, you got all types of room to work with in the future to be able to redo your build essentially by just changing its 3-point rating, because you can buff it by 5 points at that point. So 94 and above would be really good in my opinion to utilize those cap breakers with. So again, it'll be hard to get, but like this for instance as well, like you could use 3 cap breaker points on ball handle right here eventually, and that's going to be huge. So just a little tip, example of what to talk about with that. All right, so for the next tip, we have watch my best value for every attribute. And obviously this is self-promo.
I've seen that video.
Plug, but I just want to show you guys, like, this is a series that I do every single year. I actually do it kind of quarterly, so I do it about every like 3 to 4 months or something like that. So when you see it drop initially, I'll probably do another one even like a month later, just because obviously some of the info that we have right now isn't exactly perfect and identical to what we're going to be seeing in the game, but this is the best thing that you could possibly do in terms of looking for something to look for good value early on in the game. So in this video, for instance, in 2K24, I go through every attribute rating from top to bottom. And this year I'm gonna do a little bit different because I don't have access to the builder to be showing you that in like live time. So I'm just doing it on, you know, this little be funky screen right here, but it'll be just as good. I'll show you like all the attributes and stuff. I got like multiple ones that I'll show between like close shot, driving lay, driving dunk, standing dunk. It goes all the way from top to bottom, and I'm talking about where gives you the best kind of badge thresholds and stuff like that, or just what like actually ties in together with multiple. So like for instance, with driving dunk, 87 gives you silver posterizer, and it gives you the pro contacts off too. So like driving dunk for sure, best value 87. You'll see all types of stuff like that for every attribute rating in the game, and it'll make it a really easy time for you to put together your own build freelance, not have to look at other people's build videos, but like have at least some knowledge based on what's going to be good for you to go for when you hop in the builder. All right, next up we have double check attributes that are quote unquote tethered to each other to make sure you didn't upgrade useless ratings on accident. So what I mean always, you can see that defensive rebound and offensive rebound have a pretty much like tie together as to like how they work. So I'm not sure if it's how it works for every build, but this one specifically, you can see that the defensive rebound tethers at least minus 25 to the offensive rebound. So like it has to stay at least 25 to each other the entire time. So what I ended up doing on this KD build that I actually showcased to you guys, it was one of my only screw ups so far of like the whole content that I did on everything. So I decided that I wanted 80 defensive rebound instead of 83. So I dropped the D board, but then if you fast forward all the way through the process of the video, I didn't ever change that 58 offensive rebound rating. So I had 3 useless O board ratings on the build because I deem that to be useless in this sense. You know, you may deem it not useless, but like I said, some people, including myself, would deem that if you were to just drop that O board by 3, it'd be some extra shavings on attribute points that you could use somewhere else. Right. The consideration to do it. Now, as you can see, I low-key actually did figure that out eventually when I started really trying to shave some points down. You can see me like do it one and I was like, oh shoot, I forgot to do that. So you can see then I go to the point of it being minimized until it actually takes my D-board down, and then I put the D-board back up.
Yeah, so that's basically like, you know what I'm saying, you accidentally go above what you want. So say like you wanted like say you wanted a 92, but you know what I'm saying, R2, throw that jump all the way field maxed out, you know what I'm saying, it might bump up a steal. You know what I'm saying? And then you take it back down to the 92, and now you got a whole bunch of you don't even need. You're not gonna use it like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's good tip right there. A couple
attribute points to use now, and that allows me to get Shifty Shooter on gold. So it's something that you definitely want to pay attention to, because if you don't, you may miss out on something like that, the Shifty Shooter, or just extra attribute points that you have to use, you know? And that actually went such a long way for that matter too, because then I ended up going to the speed with ball as well, and was able to get that lightning launch on bronze as well. So anyway, obviously I could have shaved off in different attribute points and stuff like that there, and hopefully I've shown you guys this KD build too, because I'm dropping a lot of my tips and stuff that include a lot of these builds in the video. So feel free to check them out for more detailed views if I haven't already posted them. Also, in case you guys didn't know, I'm pairing with NBA 2K lads again this year.
So 6'11".
This time around, since it's so 24 information, the most makeable shots to the fastest ones with the biggest green window, grab any rebounds. Like, at least if you're playing a lot of twos,
hold on, wait.
Watch value, look for the, you know, all these top four were definitely good. This one right here is just more of a reminder. So be mindful of the game modes you like to play. If you only play one,
that's
really all you.
I said this because I told y'all, you know what I'm saying, I play all the game modes, all of them, you know what I'm saying, 5-on-5, 3v3, you know what I'm saying, 2-2, you know what I'm saying, 1v1, you know what I'm saying. Then adding the proving grounds, you definitely gonna have to be mindful of what your build can do. So like me, if my 6'8", we don't know what your moves we get yet. Nobody knows what your moves you get on any build. So hopefully we got a good ball handle. Now we just gotta pray we get some decent animations. You know, so I get some animations where I can get off. I get the silver speed with the silver lightning launch. I get silver lightning launch. So I'm gonna be able to cook, but I have to get more creative on how I cook people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be super fast unless I make it like a 6'7". I'm probably gonna make that 6'7" later, but you know, my first build at 6'8", you know what I'm saying? So when I go 6'7", and then you gotta remind you, +1 synergy, and it was something else. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember the other one. That's the only two I remember. +1 synergy, you can upgrade your tier in your badge. So if your badge can go to Holly Fame and it's on gold, put the max +1 on there. You get 2 of them, one for 1 tier, one for 2 tier. You know what I'm saying? Bump that thing on up. But yeah, remember what modes y'all playing. Like, I'm an all-around player, so I need if I go in a random wreck and I ain't got no defense, I'm gonna be out there cook. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You ever play every single year, you know, why upgrade pass accuracy? It's just a simple, you know, suggestion. And then also, like, you know, something that comes to mind as well is if you like go minimum defensive rebounds like 50 or 49 or something like that, or all the way down to like 25. If you play a lot of twos, I don't know why you'd ever do that. You could run into double ISO very often where people have like, you know, 60 to 80 defensive rebound or offensive rebound or anything like that. And you will struggle to get the ball back sometimes just because of the fact that you cannot grab any rebounds. Like, at least if you're playing a lot of twos, put your D board to like 60. You at least want that. O board is a little bit more selective, right? If you can't get an offensive rebound, it's not the end of the world, because at the end of the day, the possession could have came down to, could you at least have scored more properly? Could you at least have, you know, had your teammate make the shot? And, you know, that's something that can at least be repaired by your own doing or your teammates doing. But having no defensive rebound is just an absolute death sentence on twos, in my opinion. You're just asking to run into a lot of lost possessions where teams get easy O boards on you, and that's going to happen consistently too, for that matter. So anyway, those are my tips for mistakes to avoid when you're making builds in 2K25. I hope you...
Shit. Hey, go for 20. Not 20. Like 6'8", you automatically get 40. Ain't nothing you can do about it. 40. You gonna get 40. They might up it to 50 this year. I don't know. When we get our hands on the game Wednesday, I definitely know that. You know what I'm saying? But I got a jump shot in mind. I'm seeing it on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I can get the 6 or to wherever it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a good enough shot. Good enough attributes on my shot that if an elite jump shot come out, I'm gonna definitely be able to get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm up out of here, man. Shout out to Laker fans for making this important video. Hopefully this help y'all when the game come out. Hopefully y'all keep this in mind. And like I said, write y'all bills down, man. Write y'all bills down. I got my whole bill ready to go. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm out of here. Subscribe, like, shit. Peace, man. Yeah.